No worries.
Okay, good stuff. Well, look, thanks very much for coming on, guys.
No problem.
Really appreciate your time.
Sorry.
Help. Welcome, everybody. Assalamu alaikum. Imtiaz Aslam from Manchester. We're actually here for very good news in Dubai. There's several points that I want to cover with you guys as to how, where Charles is going to take this company to and the new vision we have for 2016, inshallah. And it will help thousands and thousands of people around the world to be able to make a living from this business. And again, you know, my old saying is whether you make $10 a day or $100 a day or $1,000 a day, it doesn't matter. As long as it brings food on table and it helps you to kind of face your challenges and everyday income, that's what Charles has. And this is why I trust him. I believe him as a brother, a good guy. I've known him for several years now, and I believe that whatever he's doing here now is actually in a massive, massive change, and it's going to really do well for everybody. What we've got to do is follow his vision, understand where he's going to take this company to, and just trust his words and actually work with him closely. And so some of the points that I have, I want to tell you bear with you guys, is that I call it a change. I actually call it a change, 2016 change, because we were kind of controlled by, you know, processors being told what to do and told not what to do, and reserves being in PayPal account. Do we really need that? You know, we've got nearly $50 million there sat in somebody else's processor. Why not have it in ours? And when I heard that from Charles, it blew my socks off. I'm thinking, hang on a minute, he's right. You know, what a good idea, you know, to have your own kind of processor to be able to handle all the money. And then we can do the payouts are easy. And there's some countries on my list. I mean, look at it, for instance, Russia, India, Pakistan, Africa, Saudi Arabia, you know, and Ukraine, more and more countries opening up where PayPal is not even there. So we're missing out on sales. Why do we have to miss out on sales? If you're connected in Africa and you're connected in kind of countries like Pakistan, India, Afghanistan, all these countries, then why not give everybody a chance to make a living? And again, whether it's $10 or $20 a day, or whatever it is, as long as you're watching adverts and you're buying services from the company, why not give everybody a chance to make a living? And so, as Stan said, that, you know, we're around 3.7 million members. Some are active, some are not active, and we're hoping to have 10 million by the end of this year, because the way we're growing is unbelievable. And we want to be very transparent, very open with you guys, and not just me. The boss himself is here, who's going to go through this with you. I'm only taking his vision in me, and his vision is my vision, because I know where he's taking it and I trust him. And I want you all to just listen to us and carefully just trying to help us and work with us, and not to be paranoid in any way whatsoever that you can't draw money out from PayPal and so on and so on. We're doing it better for you. We're all doing it better for you and for us too, so that we can all make a living from this business and make it better and viable. So one of the things I want to tell you is that the temporary basis situation we have where you can't withdraw money from PayPal, it's only because the transition will happen between 4 and 6 weeks. So the money can actually move over to our new TM bank. Then we can actually take money and pay out people money. And eventually you will have a MasterCard that will allow you to take money out from any ATM machine. That's what we want. We've seen companies where we're advised by the top-notch advisors throughout the world. They're actually sat in Dubai and telling us, look, guys, how about if you could have a card where somebody who's just made $10 or $20 a day, they can just go out to an ATM machine, take that money out, go and spend it on food or go do some shopping with it. This is the reality that's going to happen. We can't do it with PayPal. We can't do it with all these processes. We've got to be independent to have these funds coming in. Charles's account, his control, so he knows what's going on. And if we want to be $1 billion company, we really want to do this. How can we do it with other people relying on other banks and other processors? How can we do it? We want to be $1 billion company where Charles's figures I've just seen, we've hit over, I think, nearly $500 million.
Just over $500 million as of today.
Over $500 million. You know, this is sales. People have bought services, bought traffic to the websites. So this is a product that everybody wants. Don't forget, when somebody's got a website, they buy traffic. Traffic sells whatever goods they've got. They can now spend that money and go and bring the living in the house. This is the route. This is the circle that's happening there. So again, my point is that the temporary basis that we have, where it's gonna, you know, people don't like change. You know, I've got a mobile here, which is a Note 3, and if I go to a Note 4, I'm not going to like it because I'm used to the Note 3. So people don't like a change. It's understandable. But you've got to understand what we're doing here is better. It's for the best. It's not to eliminate you guys or to take money away from you. Allahi, Allahu Akbar. We're not into doing that. We're here. We've got a beautiful meeting happening on Saturday. We've got thousands of people turning up in Dubai. Ian Grisdale is actually online as well here, guys. A great leader from Dubai. We're expecting thousands of people coming on Saturday. So if you desperately want to come and see Charles, you know what? Come down to Dubai. Come to the venue. It's on tmworldevents.com, and you can see what we're doing here. And again, we've got the tour going on in Canada on the 29th, 30th. So Toronto, we've got hundreds and thousands of people turning up there. And then we've got the Vegas event, which is coming on the 6th of February, guys. Come along there, please, and check the whole system out. So again, there's longevity that's been built here. We can rely on our own bank. We can pay out people. We can control the funds. We know exactly what's going on, and this is how we go. We just met a businessman, Charles and I, who's from Ukraine, and he has a pretty much control over 30 factories, where each factory's got 2,000, 3,000 people working. And you know what, guys? They all want to join. Do they have PayPal there? No. So why miss out of a whole country just because we want PayPal? It's not fair with these guys. They want to make a living too. You know, it's okay to have PayPal in UK and Europe and whatever, but you know what? We don't have it in other countries. How about Africa? How many people do we know in Africa that want to work? You know, Ghana, Nigeria, beautiful countries, they can't work because they've got no PayPal there. You've got to understand this. You've got to see where the longevity is in this. You know, people are already struggling to put money into PayPal, whether they're buying 5 packs or 10 packs or 100 packs. They're getting refused a silly few $1,000s to put in to buy packs. We're losing business there. Do we really want to do that? No. So these are the reasons why Charles has decided to take this step. And it may cause a little disturbance for a few weeks, but you know what? It'll be the best for our company. It will be your next $1 billion company, I promise you. So these are my words, guys. So stick with us and trust us, and just please follow this guy's vision, and may God bless him. So I'll pass it over to Charles. See what points you've got, Charles, to be able to tell the leaders over here in the world.
Well, I totally respect how frustrating it can be for your teams and for everybody involved with Trafficmonsoon, because, you know, whenever you make like a server move to one hosting company to another and the website's down for a couple of days, I mean, that's frustrating. That is definitely frustrating when people can't access a website. But when people can't access their money, that's their income. I know that there's a lot of people who have walked away from their day jobs and they're really relying on this income. And so that's something that I'm looking at doing everything I can behind the scenes, and Imy knows what I'm doing. Yeah. I'm trying to move money as quickly as I possibly can to make sure that people can get paid as quickly as possible. You might be hearing this time frame of 5 weeks or 6 weeks or something like that for the bank to be open. I don't want people to have to wait 5-6 weeks before they get paid. So we are having funds that are moving. They're coming. The thing that's difficult is moving a lot of money is a very difficult task. PayPal or Payza, for example, only will allow up to $250,000 at a single transfer. And so if you've got generally, I mean, I don't really usually talk about this usually, but you know, with how much sales we have every single day, we usually pay out a little over $600,000 in a single day. So when you look at that kind of figure, it's going to be really difficult to really keep up with things at the very start until we can start getting more of those funds moved over and more people using Payza. So that when more people use Payza for purchases, more funds are already in there to make those purchases as we're moving all those funds over. And then eventually we're going to want to actually move those funds over to the Worldwide Bank going forward, because just like what Amy is saying, we really don't want all of our account funds inside of other people's banks, especially when they have the final say on what is going on within our business. Like, for example, if someone is going to create some kind of fraud against us, it's going through PayPal. And so PayPal is going to be the one to make the decision whether to dispute that fraud or not dispute that fraud. And generally, they just take it from us instead of handling it. Now, the fraud is, of course, less than half of the percentage of all of the purchases we've ever had. So, I mean, we don't even have any issue with that. The good thing, though, is that when it's in our own control, if somebody is trying to do anything wrong against us, we have much more power to protect ourselves, as well as we have much more power and ability to give people their earnings faster and easier than ever before. And like what Imy was saying, there's so many markets we haven't been able to penetrate. Like Ukraine is one of them. You know, Nigeria is another one. Ghana, and just a number of these kind of countries that everybody has been asking me. I remember the last meeting that we were just at, the year anniversary as well as in Birmingham.
Yeah.
A number of Nigerians have been asking me, please, Charles, do something. We need Nigeria to open up. And that's something that I look at and say, we've been answering their call behind the scenes. A few months back, we started talking with a man who actually set up a bank for another internet business. And at that time, that internet business was processing millions of dollars, and it was really amazing for that company. But when they set up their own bank, then they started processing billions. And so that's what I look at here with Trafficmonsoon, is that's our goal. That's the vision, is that we can be able to now sell to bigger companies, sell to more reputable people, because they see that we have our own bank. Because going through PayPal, a lot of companies, they don't want to go through PayPal and set up a PayPal account. A lot of companies just want to put in their company credit card on your site and be done with it. And I think that's really what we want to do with Trafficmonsoon, is be more professional, more on top of it. In fact, even just the other night, we were speaking with a man named Manny. He's working with a number of different multinational companies that he's helped put infrastructures in place and create strategies for companies that not only help eliminate problems, but avoid problems going into the future. And we're going to be bringing him on board. And I'm so excited to be working with him, because a lot of the issues that a lot of people have, like with customer service or the system or the site or whatever it is that's going on, he's going to help him implement solutions. So going forward, we will become much more professional than we've ever been. The design of our website, that's one of the things he was talking about wanting to help us with. It's just making some few modifications to help the website appear more professional. And also the search engine optimization, where when people Google search Trafficmonsoon, having all of that negativity at the first few search engine results, that's what he wants to help clean up as well. He's got teams that we can actually start to tap in and utilize to help make this company a whole lot better. So I'm really excited to be working with Manny. So there's just so many things that we're doing out here. I'm connecting with amazing people, contacts, Emiratis, and starting a bank. Opening a bank here, but we're actually starting our own bank. And I know there's a number of people who have said, what experience does Charles have in running a bank?
Good people behind the scenes.
And that's the good thing, is I'll be the owner, but I'm going to have the managing teams that actually have the years and years and years of experience, the professionals, the people who have been doing this for 20 plus years or more. And that's what I just kind of look at and say, these guys know what they're doing. I'm going to let them handle it, and they're going to take care of us. And I have a lot of trust in what they're doing. So, and I've seen that they've done this kind of thing with other companies before. So I have no question, no doubt in my mind that this is definitely the best decision. It's just a transition period, because when you're moving $50 million from PayPal over to another location, then of course PayPal, they have to protect their own interests, and that makes total sense to me, because at the end of the day, PayPal is a business of their own. And if we move that much money outside of PayPal, and then all of a sudden there's maybe disputes or problems, chargebacks, then they're going to be the ones left holding that back. And so I know they've basically given us some time to say, okay, we see that you're going to stop, so we need you to stop processing payouts so that we can hold on to that money and be able to then, after some time, start sending you larger amounts of money to help protect their own interests and just keep up with the trends of what things are going on there. So when people are wondering, why do you have to turn off withdrawals from PayPal? It's mainly because we are transitioning away from PayPal. We have to be able to move those funds out, and that can't happen if we're allowing payouts, because at the end of the, like what I was saying, PayPal has to protect their own self-interests. And with that much money, I mean, that's $50 million. If we were to take it and then all of a sudden all these disputes come in, and then they're left with millions of dollars in debt in their own company that they have to cover out of their own pocket. And that's what they're saying, you know what, we want that to be covered by Trafficmonsoon, and that's what we're going to allow them to do. But that's one of the reasons why we need our own bank, because if we had our own bank from the very beginning, then it would have been so much better, because we're at their mercy essentially with how things are going forward right now. So it's so much better. It's going to be, I'm just so excited about having our own bank. MasterCard's in your hand, Trafficmonsoon logo on it. I'm just really excited about how this is going.
When you go to a petrol station, you've got Trafficmonsoon card. and you're buying petrol for it. And you know what? It's a good selling point.
Yeah.
So the back of it, you can put your phone number on it. And you can, it's a business card as well as a MasterCard.
Ahmed,
So
is Amir still here?
it's amazing.
Is Amir still here? Oh, I was going to have him speak.
Yeah.
Because he's all pumped
Yeah,
up.
get some guys they're very happy. We have around 25 leaders from UK that are actually sat in Dubai, all doing business in Dubai, coming to the Saturday event. We're going to have a lot of testimonials from people that are actually quite happy with this move. And we don't see any negativity from the leaders. I mean, Stan, Ian, Anita, Sharon, there's about 125 major leaders that are actually involved with this business, and not one single person has ever come back and say, you know what, Amy or Charles, you did a bad decision. They can see where we're going. Look, Charles has proved himself over 15 months and nobody's ever had problems of either taking money out or whatever it is. And it's been a good system that's been running and helping people. And let's keep it that way, please. We don't want to spread any negativity. And I said change is a hard thing to absorb in the first few days. But after that, you will see that it will work better for everybody, and people will be pleased with this change. I promise you. Imagine in those countries that you can go in and say, hey, you know what? We don't need PayPal. There's the MasterCard. Come and join us. Buy your services, buy your traffic, and now you're going to get a profit share from it. This is the whole idea here. And I've understood. I sat 2 hours with him just to kind of absorb his vision. Guy's a nerd. This guy's clever individual, mashallah. And may Allah Allah bless him.
I mean,
and this is the vision he has for everybody. I mean, he's not. You've seen the video where it shows nearly $10 million just what's on account for you guys. If you wanted to pay all of you out $10 million, he can pay you out. Walk away with $37 million profit.
absolutely.
So he has got the money in PayPal to be able to pay everybody out. So please don't panic. Try and understand what we're doing here. It's for the best. And let this recording go out to everybody. And let people understand what this vision is, what Charles is doing. 2016 is a change, guys, for us. We don't want to be ruled by anybody. We want to be independent as Trafficmonsoon that can go right around the world, in every country in the world, that can help people to make a living, whether it's $10 a day, $100 a day, $1,000 a day. Let's hit this poverty in the face. Let's help these people to change lives and bring food on table. You can only help those people if you're good enough yourself to help them. If you're making the money, this is when you can help people. This is what we really want to do around the world. And this is the guy that God has produced here for us to be able to help the nation, the world, the people are struggling out there. I've been to so many countries where you just come out crying. You think, what the hell? We're very lucky in UK. We get water, we get ambulance, police. But some countries don't even have that. And if you can spread the word and they can sit home, have a child on the lap, and do some adverts and make some money, well, God, you know what? What more do you want? So I 100% back this guy. 15, 20 leaders that were with us all day from London, Manchester, Birmingham, all here, and they all walked out laughing and saying, wow, Charles, you know what? What you've done is a masterpiece here. And, and that's it, basically, guys. There's nothing to hide from you. One thing I must stress about Payzer and Solid Trust is that you must have an STP account. This is why I've been telling people in seminars, it's good to have an STP account. It's good to have a Payzer account. Have these processes too. You know what? You can even sell their services and make money and become an affiliate for STP and Payzer. But on top of that, if you're withdrawing money from Payzer, you've got to be able to buy some packs so they can activate your account. Now, Payzer don't know you.
It's not necessary.
So, well, not necessary, yeah. He's saying it's not necessary. But you know what I would do? I would go and buy $100, $200 worth of packs or whatever, just to activate your account so that Payzer can see that you're working with Trafficmonsoon, and hopefully will start withdrawing money out. So, there's no problems, no restrictions. And I would go and get signed up with STP and also become a member of Payzer. And hopefully, inshallah, God willing, we'll have our own bank as a process, a third one down the line that you can select and start taking a living from.
Now, I do want to answer a question that somebody asked me earlier today is, after the Trafficmonsoon Bank is set up, will we still use Payzer and Solid Trust Pay? And the answer is no, because that's the whole idea here. We want to be in full control of all of our funds. So we're not going to use any of them. The main reason why we're going with PayPal first this time is because they held the majority of our account funds.
Ian Grisdale from UA.